How y'all doing tonight? Tonight we're going to get started on our pork roast or our pork butt for tomorrow. We're going to put it on the low and slow on the Cajun Bandit stacker system. But tonight we got to go ahead and get the Boston butt rubbed up with the rub and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of in a hurry here. I want to go ahead and get to bed here tonight. I got some ingredients for my rub here. Let me show you what I got. Basically, I got 2 cups brown sugar, and that's right here. We'll add that in just a second. I got 1/2 cup kosher salt, 1/4 cup paprika, 1/4 cup smoked paprika, or just 1/2 cup of paprika if you don't have that. 1 teaspoon chili powder, 2 teaspoons chipotle chili powder, 2 teaspoons cayenne pepper, 1/8 cup fresh ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon white pepper, 2 tablespoons garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon Bezel's Cajun seasoning. Let me show you in case you didn't get all that, and it's written down here. This is my pork rub I've used for a long time. I guess you can see that. You can just kind of pause and get a look at that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Put that in there, put the brown sugar, and this will make plenty. Let me crack a little bit more of this black pepper in there. We'll get that good fresh cracked black in here. That makes a good bark on there. So let's just mix all this up with a fork and just kind of break this brown sugar up. Okay, so I've made this rub many times. The best thing to do is just mix it all up in a bowl, then put it in a Ziploc like this, because like I said, you're not going to use it all. And mix up a little more. Then pour some back in a bowl that you know you're going to use, like that much, because you don't want to contaminate all your rub here. So about that much there. Probably at least use that much. So we'll leave that over here. We'll mix this up just a little bit better. We'll get back over to our pork butt. All right, got my pork butt here in the sink. I rinsed it off and I went ahead and dried it. Make sure you want to dry it real good. And we're going to get some mustard. I just get this plain yellow mustard here, just the cheapest stuff, because all this is going to work as a glue just to get the rub to stick to the butt. So just want to put that on there. You won't taste this mustard, I promise you. It's just used to help the rub stick to the pork butt. And this is a large pork butt. This one's about 11 pounds here. So this is gonna be a good one, y'all. Got this. Get that mustard all over them like that. Won't have to worry about anything. That's why I like to put it down in a clean sink. And then we come over here with the rub. Grab a rub. Hopefully this will be enough rub. I'll save me a little bit of time to kind of sprinkle some rub here. Pat in. Like I say, don't be chintzy with this. You want to get in all those little grooves and everywhere on this dude. Get on the sides. Everything. Let's go ahead and get this all rubbed up here on both sides. Alright, now we got it nice and covered up with that rub and everything. We put it in the pan, stick this in the refrigerator, cover it with saran wrap, and let it sit overnight. Next thing we want to go ahead and do, I want to get the grill ready, get the charcoal ready, so I don't have to mess with all that in the morning. Minimal amount of steps that we can have to do in the morning is better. We get this where you can see good and hear what's going on. As you can see there, I got my grill and fire ring, all that. I'm going to start with this is about 8-pound bag of charcoal, 8.5 pounds. Okay, those are in here. Okay. We've got this 8.5-pound bag of charcoal. Now this actually is going to be a long smoke. We'll spread that out. I've got a little bit more left in this bag. Not much. Let that clear real quick, and then you're going to spread that out pretty evenly. And just like we did last time, I'm going to take my fire pit here, my fire starter, and I'm going to take about 20 or so pieces out the middle just to make a hole right there in the middle. So it took about 20 pieces of charcoal and put in here. And as you can see, it created that hole right there in the middle. That's what we want. That's where we're going to put the hot charcoal in the morning, right there. Wood for this roast, I'm using hickory, not mesquite. And I'm going to set them on top and toward the outside because I want to get to smoke it first on this butt. You want to have it while the butt's cold in there, and the smoke will adhere a lot better to the crust. After it starts to warm, it's not going to help you much. So you want to put you on about 4 chunks right there, moving to the outside of the circle. Hickory. Using hickory over here this time. Right here, I don't know why I didn't do this. Take this thing off first. Let me show you how I'm going to set up the Cajun Bandit. I'm going to set the fire pan or the heat deflector in there first. I'm going to set this old grid here. On top of this, I'm going to put a pan to catch the drippings. It's kind of act like a water pan or something. Then I'll put the grill on top of this. This will actually set the meat. Alright y'all, it's 5 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and start to get the pit going. I'm going to light the charcoal chimney first, then we're going to move on from there. Now, easy way I found to light my chimney here lately, like an old can of sterno we had left over from a party we had. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just light this can of sterno. Be real careful because you can't really see the flame on this. Upside down there. There it goes. See, that sterno's lit. Can't really see. The burner's clear. Let's see. Oh, there it goes again. I'll let that burn just for a second. Now I'm going to set that chimney on top of there. This one get lit quick. See now that sterno's got going here? Just set this chimney right on top of there. It's an easy way to do it. Just give that a few minutes, it'll be lit. While the fire's catching, we want to get our Boston butt fat cap up here because the side's going to go on the smoker here in this pan. Then we're about to insert the temperature probe. Now you want to insert the temperature probe in the thickest part of the meat without getting any fat or bone. So we'll go about right here. Go down. I like to go down kind of at an angle. And you can know if you feel a lot of resistance in the meat good. So that's good. That's what you want right there. I think that's about the center of the meat here. That's what we want. Now, I may come in later and put another probe over here on this other side just to get a really good reading. But I think that's good for now. It'll have been an inch or so more. Now I just put the butt here on this well-oiled grill grate. In fact, I'll do one more thing here on the grill grate. I have got this new ambient temperature probe from the iGrill 2. And this probe's made specially for taking the temperature of your ambient temperature, the air temperature in the grill, instead of just the meat probe. So we're going to take that. You can see it has this little clip here. It's going to go right down here on the grill grate. Push that in a little bit. There it goes. It's going to hold steady. That way we can read temperature right here on the grill grate. We're going to bring this out in the grill as soon as bring this out in the smoker as soon as the charcoal's ready. The charcoal is ready. Put here in the center. Go ahead and put it all right there in the center. These hot cold briquettes right there, and that's going to spread throughout the day. Get everything else good and lit. So I just set my Cajun Bandit stacking kit right on top of that. Got it nice and secure. Now I took that pan that the butt was sitting in overnight marinating. And I'm going to put that in the middle to actually as a catch pan for any grease and stuff that may drop. I'm not putting any water in it. Well, I actually put a little tiny bit of water in there just because there's some sugar and stuff on the bottom. Didn't want that to burn. Let me go ahead and get that grill grate with the butt on there. So we got the butt on there, make sure everything's just right over that pan to where it's not going to drip and get down on the flash plate or the heat deflector and cause a flame. Looks good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and get the top on here. I'm going to go ahead and hook up this iGrill 2 here. In probe number 2, I'm going to put the butt meat probe. In probe number 1, I'm going to put the ambient temperature. Go ahead and turn that on. Then we'll keep my app on here. My devices. It should go ahead and sync up and find this probe. See, here's my probe. We're running at 193 right now. We're still in a cool smoke box. I got my dampers at about halfway. And there's probe 2, 38 degrees for that butt. We'll go ahead and set the preset for this one. So y'all hit set preset, beef, fish, pork. She's just gonna be, well, I'm gonna do a custom preset because we're gonna go to 200 on this. In fact, we'll set it at 160 for right now because that's where the stall's gonna be, and we'll know, and then we'll go ahead and we know we gotta get to 200. That's that. And what we'll do with this pit temperature, we'll go ahead and let it run up to about 300, and then I'm gonna back that damper on down. We've hit about 280, 285 on here, so I'm gonna back these dampers way down. That's initially what happens. So you get a big run right at first, with everything heating up. So we back the dampers way down. And just let for a little bit of space, and we'll see if it'll back that temperature down. And look, that worked. It's steady, just started helping us drop the temperature here. It's dropping a little bit by little bit till we're gonna plane out around 250 or 240 hopefully. Now through adjusting the baffle and everything on the bottom of the air vent, I'm getting it to hold around 225 now. So that's good. That's just what we're looking for this long, low, and slow smoke. Another thing about adjusting your air vents and stuff on the bottom, you want to do that, but you want to, after you make an adjustment, you want to wait about 15 minutes, let everything kind of even out before you adjust it again, or else you'll just be fighting a battle all day long. See, with this one, it's going down to go to 224, 225, 226, jumping up, kind of up and down within about 5 or 6 degrees. So I'm going to let this do this for about 10 more minutes or so before I open it up or close it anymore. Hey y'all, it's 11:30 now, and with this Cajun Bandit barbecue stacker kit here and the iGrill 2, I don't know if you can even see here. I can't see, it's so bright out here. Anyway, I've been able to keep this stuff at really consistent temperatures. Let me go over some of my data here with you. I really hope you can see some of this stuff. Okay, we're at 228 now on the probe. But here's kind of what we've been doing here. We've been up and down a little bit, but mainly ever since 5 this morning, 5:30, we've been between 240 and no higher than about 255 or so. So that's been real good on our ambient temperature on the grill grate. Now, as far as the butt goes, if you'll see, we're at 176 now. We've had a gradual gain ever since. Now at about where was this? About 154, about 152 to about 154, we had the stall. The stall did not last long due to the consistent temperatures and other stuff that I'm just not really sure exactly why that stall didn't last very long at all, but we're through the stall because we're on the other side. We're at 175. I really hope you can see that graph. I don't know if you can or not, but it just kind of shows you how we've been doing here We're at 176 right now. We're gonna go to 195, then we'll probably sauce it, pull it about 197 or something like that. Just let it go a few minutes. But I'm really happy about this. You know, I was planning on doing, you know, a whole 12-hour smoke. It's not looking like it's gonna have to take that long, but we'll see. Let's just ride this out for a little longer. Actually, y'all, here we're 6 hours into our cook. We're at 177 degrees. That's the temperature of the pork. My smoker's at 224 right now, and I think we've hit our stall. I'll be honest with you. It's been at 177 for almost 30 minutes now. So I honestly think we hit a late stall here. That's just fine with me. I was planning for a stall, worked it into the timing and everything like that, but I'll keep you posted. It shows you never know. Each one of these cooks is different. All right, so it ended up, we did hit a stall at about 175. It's crazy. It stalled out about 177 or so for at least 2 hours. Right now, let me see where we're at. We're at 230, well, 238 on the pit temperature. Let me see where we're at on the pork. All right, I got 181 on my pork. So we want to pull this thing up here to about 190, 195. You know, target temperature is 203. That might be with some sitting and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off, upload this on my computer. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to do a video real quick about some appetizers we're going to have with this. All right, y'all. So the pig's at 184. We go ahead and sauce them up. It's the first time I'm going to take the lid off. I've made some jalapeno poppers in the house. I'm going to put them on there to keep them warm and just kind of get some smoke on them. So let's do this real quick as we can. Don't lose too much heat. Unplug my grill there. Turn it off and get the lid off. That's not too quiet. Look at the bark on that beauty. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's unbelievable. You know, what we're going to be using, I've got some of this Sugar Taylor sauce. I'll show it to you. This is it right here. Okay, I did a little review on it yesterday. It's kind of like a mustard base. Now, let's try to do this as quickly as I can. I'm going to set these old jalapenos in there on this side. And let's get this guy basted down somewhat with this sauce. I've got the sauce in a squirt bottle here. I'm just going to kind of give him a little bit of glaze here. Get some flavor on him. Oh, wow. Look at that bark, y'all. That's the thing of beauty right there. Get it all over the sides and everything. Okay. Alright, we gotta go a little bit more with this guy and we'll be done. So I'm going to put the top back on. We're going to roll on with it. Oh yeah. Alright, y'all. It's what, 7:40. So we're going on a 14-hour cook here. we're at 194. I'm going to pull this dude anywhere between 195 and 103. I would like, 195 and 203. I would like to get that magic number, you know, probably 200 or something like that, 203, somewhere in there. But yeah, it's been long smoke, I tell you. But it's been a good time. I tell you what, we shouldn't have to work tomorrow too. It's been a lot of time for drinking beer, so. You know, you're living and learn with this stuff. So, you know, I put that on at 5:30. We went through that stall. Heck, that was a 4 or 5 hour stall. I mean, we're going through the paces with this thing. We're all just rolling with it. Like the Weber kettle with the iGrill 2, my Cajun Bandit smoke kit, the stacker kit, y'all. So we're just sitting here, just trying to make it through it here. We just got a few more degrees here until I'm gonna pull her on out. Then we're gonna have some dinner. All right, we're at 196, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can't wiggle the bone a little bit. If not, anyway, we'll let it go a little bit more, but I also wanted to go ahead and try to get those jalapeno popper things off, if there's anything left of those. Let me disconnect the eye grill here. And we'll take the lid off this dude, and look at that, y'all. Look at the bark on that thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, jalapenos. I didn't want to open and disturb everything, so they've kind of cooked there to a crisp, but maybe they're still good. I don't know. We'll try them. And with the butt here, I'm going to find the bone here real quick, and we'll just kind of wiggle it and see what's to it. We'll just see how tender it is. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're just going to kind of stick a fork in here and turn it and just see what happens. Get it somewhere where y'all can see here. Looks like it's almost ready right there. I believe that's good enough, close enough. I'm going to wrap them in foil. I'm going to let it sit for about 30 minutes. And I think it's going to be ready to eat, y'all. That's a beautiful butt there. All right, so we're going to attempt to get this dude off of here without it falling apart. I'm going to put it there on that foil. Oh gosh, I mean just these plastic spatulas just go right into it. This is a tender piece of meat here, y'all. Been cooking over 14 hours. Set them right there. You're going to wrap it in the foil and let it sit for about 30 to 45 minutes. Oh, there went a fork. And we'll be cutting into it. All right, so I get it wrapped in foil here. We're going to let it rest a little bit, and went ahead and left the thermometer in it just to see. Let it rest here about 30 minutes. Cut into it. I'm going to try one of these jalapenos here. See if there's anything left of them. Looks like it still might be good. Oh yeah. I overcooked them a little bit out there, but they're still pretty dang good. That's a good little recipe there, y'all. Good little recipe. All right, y'all. So we got the pork butt down here. Got me some buns here. I wrapped it up. I let it sit, heck, probably about maybe 20 minutes. Give it a taste. Make sure it's going to pull right and everything. Man, oh man, this stuff is fine. I'm telling you. Oh, just bark and everything like that. I mean, this is some wonderful pork. Just pulling it, oh gosh, right here. I mean, this is some fine stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and make me a sandwich here real quick. Oh man, we get started on this. Here's what we got here. Toast this bun just a little bit. I'm gonna take some of this sweet Taylor's. Little sweet Taylor's on it. Oh wow, this is something else, y'all. I'm telling you what. This is worth the effort here. 14-hour cook, but you know what? You get a quality product out of it on that Cajun Bandit with the eye grill too. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it a taste test. See if this for sure has been worth that 14-hour cook. Man, oh man, this for the sugar Taylor sauce on this pork, man, slow and slow all day. Man, can't beat that. Oh yeah. With that bark, look at that bark that Cajun Bandit put on that thing. Tell you what, that Cajun Bandit's a heck of a little smoker there. Real good, real good. I cannot believe how good everything turned out. Really fabulous. Like I said, it took it low and slow today. It paid off, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I tell y'all what, in closing, I just cannot believe the results I'm getting here. I mean, this stuff is marvelous. I'm talking about melted the fat just perfectly on this Boston butt. I mean, you don't have globs of fat or nothing. I mean, melted that fat cap right down into the meat. Perfect. Just that Cajun Bandit, I'm telling you what, held that temperature. This is awesome. I have a look. I'm cooking on a $99 Weber kettle with that Cajun Bandit stacker kit on there. I mean, you cannot beat that. That's for less than you could buy any kind of smoker just about. And I did all this right here. I mean, look at this beautiful bark and everything, y'all. I'm telling you what, this is a great deal here. I mean, look at the smoke room we got here. This is some quality beef, quality pork. This thing's putting down. I can't wait to keep cooking on this thing, y'all. Serious. All right, y'all. Put up the pork for the night. I tell you what, that stuff was phenomenal. Like I said, I'm really so proud of how that came out. But you know what? I got to give credit where credit is due. I want to thank first off, Cajun Bandit with that kit, the stacker kit over there. Turned my kettle grill into an A-class smoker. I really thank y'all very much, and y'all put out a great product. Also, I grill too, man. It helped me to ride that temperature just right. And with that being said, the Low and So Slow Facebook group, everybody on there, we were all kind of working together trying to figure out the pit, figure out the way the temperatures were going and everything. Appreciate y'all. With that iGrill too, I was able to pop up them charts and everything, show everybody what was going on. And JB over there at Louisiana Cajun Recipes, man, JB, I appreciate it, man. You've talked to me a couple of hours the other day. You've always helped me as far as any kind of barbecue, anything like that's going and cooking, man. I appreciate that, and everybody else, Russ and all y'all, Sapo, Tom. But and also Sugar Taylor sauces. They sent us that sauce. That's some good stuff, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep on using that from time to time. That's some really good sauce. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna put it to bed tonight. Had a really good cook today. Went 14, 15 hours. Everything was real good. Turned out nice, y'all.